everybody, Dr. LeGrand here. I am super excited about all of my topics, of course. We're going to talk about time management for ADHD. Before I get started, I am really excited that I actually am doing a free workshop for parents who have kids with ADHD. Very in-depth, hour-long workshop. It's a webinar, and I will leave a link. It's either below or above the link that you can register for the free workshop. It's going to be May 7th. Super excited. So make sure to register if you are a parent that has a kid with ADHD and want some more tips and tricks as far as what you can implement to help your child. My protocols that I do implement with my patients who have kids with ADHD. So these are just things that I do implement. So make sure to go ahead and register for that. But with talking about time management, this can be really a big issue for people who have ADHD, or if you're a parent that has a child with ADHD, this can be a struggle. So something that I want to share as far as what has helped me with growing up with ADHD and dyslexia, things that I've had to do on a regular basis to be able to stay on task, be able to get projects done, assignments done, or anything really to be able to just be successful, is important to be able to implement these types of practices. So the very first thing that I would say when it comes to actually being on top of things is using a notebook. This is something that I use all the time, is just putting my information as far as a schedule that I have on hand, something small like this that I could put in my pocket, having something that you can actually write down. The other thing is to be able to actually schedule the exact time frame that you're going to start your project and end the project. So giving yourself maybe an hour or a half hour, whether it might be doing a writing assignment, or maybe you need to send out a certain amount of emails, or maybe you need to do something as far as when it comes to work, a certain project that you've been given. Give yourself a time frame. Now, for you parents out there who have kids with ADHD, I do highly also recommend that you don't just make the schedule yourself. Do it with your kid. I know it is extra work, but if they feel like they are collaborating it with you and actually coming up with a schedule with your, where you guys are collaborating together, they will be more on board to actually do the actual task that you put on hand. Now, there might be some compromises there, but if you actually can implement, this can also help them teach your kids learning organization skills, time management skills, versus you just having a whole chart that you created. It's going to be less chance of them actually doing it, versus if you give them a notebook and you kind of help them make a schedule along the way. This can be really helpful for kids who have ADHD. The other thing that I do recommend is when it comes to putting your list of things, when you're scheduling them, whether you get up at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, put the very most important things that you need to get done first. So the reason why this is important, because they're the most important, and if you decide to schedule at the end of the day, things do come up. You never know when an unexpected event can happen. So if you don't put the most important things first, a lot of times those important things won't actually happen. So always make sure to put that first, and then the least important stuff, the last part of your schedule of the day. The other thing that I also do recommend is making sure you have a gap hour, maybe even two gaps of a 2-gap hour, because the reason why you need to have a gap hour, because of the unexpected events that can happen with your kids, or for yourself if you have ADHD. You just don't know if somebody's going to call. You end up being on the phone for an hour, or you end up sleeping in and you don't get started on that right day time that you want to get started on. So those are really important to kind of make sure that you have that gap hour just for those unexpected events that can happen. And then the last thing that really that I would say that's really important when it comes to keeping with time management is that you're going to be doing this every night, writing down your schedule. I always do it the night before, pulling out this notebook and putting and listing what every hour or every half hour of what I'm going to be implementing, and checking it off as I'm going throughout the day. So I always make sure that I leave check marks as I'm finishing each task. And if I fall behind, I always have that gap hour, or those 2 hours of gap, that I could kind of push it further if I need to. But at the end of the day, I always assess how I did. And if I feel like, wow, there's like 3 or 4 things I didn't do because I needed more time, adjust that. So you're always assessing how well you do with your time management, and then look at things that maybe, okay, what made it so that I wasn't able to finish that? Well, maybe because I had too many notifications on my phone, so that was very distracting. So maybe turning off notifications, or putting your phone in a different completely room so you can actually get those certain tasks done that you need to. Or even with your kids, what are some distractions that your kids are having, and maybe talking to them, collaborating with them, like, why do you think it took you longer to do this? And actually having that conversation instead of, lecturing them, just saying, what things do you think you had a struggle with? Why did it take you this long? And they might be open and might tell you, I was just really distracted by my phone, or, people playing outside, I really want to be outside, whatever it might be. But having those conversations with your kids things can be very helpful to actually improve upon your time management skills as well as your kids' time management skills. So I hope this brought you value. If you have not, there is what I'm doing is the ADHD Parent Workshop, and you can register for that in the link that I left below or above, where you can just click on that link. It is a free workshop that is May 7th. That is an hour-long of in-depth workshop of giving you parents with kids with ADHD of information that you can use, strategies that you can do to help with your kids with ADHD. So I hope I will find you guys and see you guys at the webinar. Until next time, this is Dr. Legrand signing out, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.